Testing. I haven't even started yet. Testing. Start recording. There he is. All right, let's start the show for real this time. Since I'm recording, none of that counted because I wasn't recording yet. Aha.
Joe Cronin Show presents a show with attitude. Beyond the matches. Behind the storylines. State of the WWE.
What a state the WWE is in. What the hell kind of state is the WWE in? That's the question. That's the real question that I want to ask you guys. Now, a lot of you guys are going to watch this taped because I'm going live at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And nobody knew I was doing it. So, for the people that are watching live, awesome. For the people that are watching it taped, you'll just have to deal with this, I guess. That's the deal. Sorry. But that's the way it goes sometimes. The state of the WWE, there's so many different states that they could be in. The name of the song is Demise, by the way. It's a free song in the YouTube music, whatever you call it. Library, I guess it would be. In the library. What's up, Vaughn 502, Stephen Jones, Wrestling Hobo, Trojan Zombies, and Chris J. New Day. I didn't see all of SmackDown tonight, so it's not going to be really a SmackDown show, but I did hear that it was pretty damn good tonight, or at least good. But, that depends on who the person was. There's other people that have cut the SmackDown in half. They just killed it, absolutely just destroyed it, which is fine. Some people like it, some people don't, but for SmackDown, it wasn't too bad, I don't think. But I didn't see it all, so I don't really want to comment on it for the most part. The thing I want to start off with is this announcement. And I think this is the second or third time that I've done State of the WWE by myself. But I decided I wanted to do it rather than wait for, whoever was going to join me on it. But WWE has announced that Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels will be appearing at the October 19th Raw from Dallas. It's the same night that Austin is going to interview Brock Lesnar. WWE announced that Brock Lesnar will be live at Raw. Dallas, of course, is also the home of WrestleMania 32. Why has WWE, and most people are saying why has Vince McMahon, they're not really using the WWE term, they're using the Vince McMahon term. Why the freak has Vince McMahon decided to have The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar take place at Hell in the Cell instead of WrestleMania 32, which is what we all believed? I mean, beforehand, we thought maybe it would happen at just WrestleMania, but then we got SummerSlam, then we knew it was going to be WrestleMania. But no, it's going to be at Hell in the Cell, this Brock Lesnar Destruction Tour thing, this Brock Go to Hell tour, which is awesome. But why have they decided to push it up to where it is? I don't know. Nobody really seems to know. Everybody's throwing the guesses out there. Some people are saying, oh man, they're going to do Stone Cold and Brock. They're going to do Stone Cold Brock. They're going to do it. Or, oh man, they're going to do Sting and Undertaker. I just have a problem with, for me, I want to see Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. That's what I want to see. But here it is. Here's the issue. Stone Cold Steve Austin, bad knees, would probably need someone to help out in the match. Yeah, Stone Cold and Steve Austin. I mean, no, he's the same person. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock. They could brawl. They could have a hardcore match. They could flip out. They could brawl all over the fucking place. But basically, they can't. You know what I mean? I don't know if that can be carried. I mean, Brock Lesnar, I guess, would be carrying the match, I suppose. But Undertaker versus Sting, who's going to carry that? The two of them. We don't know what the hell's going to happen with Sting's spine and shit. You know, maybe it was supposed to be Sting versus The Undertaker at Hell in the Cell. Maybe that could have happened. Sting and Undertaker was going to happen at Hell in the Cell. But because Sting got hurt, somebody said that, but that's impossible, I don't think, because I believe they planned this tour before Sting got hurt. They played the promo on the pay-per-view, on the special event before Sting got hurt, so that's not possible. And yeah, it is ratings. It is ratings. You all right, honey? My daughter's sick. You okay, honey? Don't cough too loud. Tommy C will call the cops. Rick Badboy says, hey, what's up, Rick Badboy? How you doing? Chris J, SmackDown was better than Raw all month. I think you're right, based on what I'm hearing from everybody. So I don't think I don't really think Stone Cold is going to face Brock Lesnar. I can't even believe Sting would face The Undertaker. The most believable thing of it all right now, to me, seems like it would be Undertaker versus Lesnar again at WrestleMania, but they would do a fourth time, really? You know, why would they do a fourth time? Or is the Hell in the Cell to set up... They've already set up this match at SummerSlam to set up this third match. So you wouldn't set up a third match for the fourth match. Like, I don't understand how that works. But they also set up Brock Lesnar versus Stone Cold Steve Austin when Stone Cold cut a promo on Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar when Stone Cold interviewed Paul Heyman. So why would they do that? And I know everyone said that Stone Cold went off and Vince was pissed at Stone Cold for doing it. And it was just a bunch of crap. But now all of a sudden, so interesting is that going to be? Because now we've got Stone Cold, who interviewed Paul Heyman, who flipped out on Brock Lesnar. Now he's going to actually interview Brock Lesnar. It seems like there's a controversy or something that's going to happen. Now, whether that something leads to some kind of thing with Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar, I mean, you would think the Brock Lesnar we know would want to put Stone Cold, like, just smash him through a table. You know, like, oh, hey, you know what, Steve? I heard what you said last time. I heard you threaten Paul Heyman. I heard you threaten me. I heard you said you were better than me. All that stuff. You know, so you would think there'd be something to answer for there when Brock Lesnar goes on Stone Cold Steve Austin's show, and will they not bring it up at all? You know, if they don't bring it up at all, I mean, that's weird. Then you know there was heat and something's wrong. But I just don't understand how they're going to dance around that. But doesn't it make more sense for Stone Cold and Brock to have a problem? But here's the other thing. I forget when the podcast is taking place, but if I'm correct, I think the podcast is taking place before Hell in the Cell. So why would Brock Lesnar, you know, do a promo with Stone Cold when he's about to face The Undertaker? You know, you wouldn't want to do that because he's already facing The Undertaker. So now you're getting in the way of the Stone Cold of The Undertaker Brock Lesnar thing, and you're having a heat between Austin and Brock Lesnar. You know, that doesn't seem to make sense. The only thing I could think is that they would maybe he could do so. He could like assault Stone Cold and then have his match against The Undertaker. And then after that, Stone Cold calls him out, and it's this big, massive, long build-up that we get, leading to what would be Stone Cold versus Lesnar at WrestleMania. I just can't see that happening. That's me, like, wishing. I don't care how bad Stone Cold's legs are. You tell me Stone Cold is having a match at WrestleMania, I'm getting my strap on, some LSD, I'm getting a vibrator. I'm going fucking crazy if that's what happens. I don't care if Stone Cold has to be wheelchaired out there. If he's going to throw some punches and come out to that glass shatter, sign me up. Sign me up for drugs and naked people. Like, I'm there. All right? Unicorns and midgets. I'm fucking there. It's a fact. Joe Cronin will be there. You take my money. You know? Tell me that the network is an extra $100 or something. Bang! You got me. DDP Yoga time. DDP Yoga, speaking of Diamond Dallas Page, and the Jake the Snake documentary is awesome, by the way. Thank you, Diamond Dallas Page, for sending it to me. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I keep seeing snippets of it, and I started watching it. I can't even stop, man. If you they could have made this into like a television series and strung it out over like, oh, that's probably the wrong terminology, drawn it out. I swear to God, I did not mean to make that a joke. I feel horrible now. Anyway, it's awesome. Go check it out. If you're more interested in it, go look at DDP's YouTube and just check it out. Lots of notes on Sting's injury. They're saying maybe possibly a spinal stenosis. Now, I don't know if this is something that happened because of the match or this is something maybe Sting had, and then when he was thrown into the buckle like a freaking maniac, if he jarred his neck and jarred that shit loose, and then the second throw. Because I read that video the other day that he said, he hit the turnbuckle and said, "Whoa, I'm not going to do that again." And then he went in again for the turnbuckle spot, and it hurt all over again. It hurt even worse, he says. So I don't know if that's something that would have hurt no matter what. Normally when you go into the buckle like that, you want to land low because you want to land on the top of your back. You want the top of your back to hit it, but not the back of your head. And then when the top of your back hits it, your neck. Good night, Brenna. Good night, honey. Love you. No love for Daddy tonight. What the hell? What's up to Roger, Jason Miller, Rick Badboy, Steven Jones, and what's up, Ray? How you doing, man? Creeper Hostage. What's up, motherfucker? Roger. Jeffrey Jordan. Want to make sure I hit everybody. Trojan Zombies. Always love them Trojan Zombies. Andrew Garcian. What's up? Stone Cold vs. Brock has a 10% chance of happening. The podcast will determine if it has any real chance of happening. That's a great point. That podcast will determine. Will tip us off. Could Sting battle Brock Lesnar? Oh my God, no. Oh my God. I am scared for Sting to battle Brock Lesnar. I would be absolutely frightened, and I'm not fucking joking. I would be frightened as shit to see Sting versus the Brock Lesnar. No, that cannot happen because you know what? Forget Sting. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack watching that shit. All right, I'm gonna have a freak out. And for everybody out there who wants to know, I'm going to drop a bombshell on you because Friday nights just got a whole lot crazier. But starting this Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, myself and JD from New York unveil our new show, Uncensored Raw, a wrestling show with attitude. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. This may be the most attitude that we've ever brought to the YWC. It'll be courtesy of me and JD. And guess what? Leah's going to join us too. Leah's going to be our news girl. She's going to be feeding us that news. We'll even have that deadbeat dick-sucking Dave Rose who might stop by as well. Boy, a psychopath. But you know something? You're welcome to the show, you psycho. Yeah, man, I want to go on Colt Cabana and tell a story. Ray says, were you ever censored? You're right, I never was censored. But yeah, it's going to be great. Leah's going to be reading the news. JD from New York and myself, we're going to be drinking beer. Now, the first episode's going to be Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up. But then from then on, it's going to be on Friday nights. So I hope you guys can deal with that. Because Friday nights, boy, it's going to be beers and... Beers and... it's going to be beers and wrestling talk. I don't know. It's going to be beers and bros. I don't know. I hate that. Bro! What else we got? We got to hit on all this shit. There's a lot of news on this backstage news, as they always like to say, on Vince McMahon changing the Brock Lesnar's Go to Hell tour. Dave Meltzer on the most recent episode of Wrestling Observer Radio said the Taker vs. Lesnar was scheduled to be one of 2 WrestleMania main events, but those plans changed in the last couple of weeks. It was noted that Vince changed his mind and decided to blow off the match at Hell in a cell, although it's not known why Vince changed his mind. Meltzer stated that the Lesnar appearances and programs are usually laid out well in advance, but these ones are new, added to what he had already signed for. And Brock Lesnar's appearance on Monday Night Raw with those big names that we talked about as well. That's how it all ties in. So, I don't know, take that. I don't know what to say about it. There's so much speculation. People make it out that Vince is losing his mind and this and that and shit like that. And we don't really know exactly what the deal is with Vince McMahon. We just don't know. We really don't fucking know. And I feel bad when I ever try to commentate on it. Because we don't know. I mean, that's all there is to it. We don't know what the hell is really going on with Vince McMahon. I think I might take calls tonight. I wasn't going to, but I'm thinking I might do it. But, yeah, we don't know what Vince McMahon is ever thinking. And, or what's ever really happening behind the scenes. We don't know. But here's the Sting stuff. Sting suffered an injury, obviously. We know that. Sting's neck is not broken. He was taken to a hospital after Night of Champions and was able to walk but was not well. An MRI that he underwent. The number wants me to come up now. About 10 minutes later, it asked me if I want to put a number in. I'm pretty sure you guys all know the number, but just put it up there anyway, just in case. Because I will take your calls today. Oh, man, this is impromptu, so I didn't make nice graphics. He was able to walk, but not well. Underwent the MRI. Nothing came up. Did not show any fractures. There was also some concern within WWE of a spinal injury. We don't know what the prognosis on Sting is yet, but it's possible he could have wrestled his last match. WWE officials will likely be leery of putting Sting back in the ring. Sting did not appear on Monday Night Raw because he went home to Dallas to recover. They also noted that the finish to the match was the planned finish. They just went to it quicker because of Sting's injury. That makes sense. And a lot of people clamor at the end of these events now, and they say, there's 20 minutes left, what the fuck? Or there's 15 minutes left, what the fuck? And it's weird to think about that, because first of all, I think if they ended this thing 5 or 10 minutes early, it was because of the injury. So now you know why there was an extra, few minutes left. But I remember regular pay-per-views ending, sometimes 10 minutes early. Even regular ones you paid $50, $40 for, they would end 10 minutes early sometimes. And we'd be pissed about that. But now that it's $9.99 a month, and then people get pissed, now that it's $9.99 a month, they just want to fuck around, But I don't think that's I don't think that's always the case. I just think, and I don't mind, if the show didn't have to go that long, it didn't go that long. It's not a big deal because I know that I'm getting a ton of content. I know I'm going to get the Beast Go to Hell tour. I know I'm going to get the NXT shit. We have times 10 more WWE content than ever before. I remember...
It's donation time, baby.
Let's do this!
McLewis donating.
Is the Lesnar vs. Big Show match the only match at the MSG event?
No, it's not. Thank you, Nick Lewis, for the donation. No, Nick, it is not the only event because... I think Jericho's going to be at the event, too. Jericho has a match. I believe he did. And it's going to be similar to that Japan event. Remember the Brock Lesnar in Japan, the Beast in the East thing? And they had like 5 matches. They even had the Finn Balor and Kevin Owens match, So no, that's not going to be... look what we got. NXT coming up, Bayley and Sasha in the Iron Man match. And then after that, we get the Beast and the fucking Go to Hell tour, whatever the hell it is. All right, let's check out some of the comments. Let's see what people are saying here. It's his fault for fighting Rollins. Yeah, whatever. He chose to fight. No big deal. Sting did his deal. No big deal. If you don't want a pay-per-view to end like that one WCW did, yeah, I remember that. It was, what the fuck pay-per-view was it? Was it November to Remember? Was it, no, that's not even WWE. Halloween Havoc. I forget what WCW event that was. I remember that though. Before it ended, what was that? Oh my God, I remember that, man. Because I gotta say, I didn't order a lot of WCW pay-per-views. I think it was, I thought it was Halloween Havoc, but yes, I think it was Halloween Havoc. I think it was Halloween Havoc. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was. I think it was. Someone will tell us in the chat. I forget. But I think it was Halloween Havoc. But, here's the thing. I just remember everyone in school flipping out about it the next day. Because I want to tell you something. This is a very funny story. It's a really quick story, but it's funny. As a kid growing up, I loved WWE. I loved it. And I didn't really watch WCW, didn't know about it, all that stuff. And then Hulk Hogan left WWE, then eventually went to WCW. Now, as a kid, I was like 10. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Hulk Hogan, we didn't have the fucking internet, guys. There wasn't this shit doing all the, it wasn't easy to find out. So Hulk Hogan went to WCW. But here's what I found out when I got to Boston, when I moved from New Hampshire to Boston. A bunch of kids around here started watching WCW. And they didn't even really know WWE. Can you believe that? They didn't know WWE, WWF. They knew WCW. It's bizarre because we all grew up, anybody 30 years old or 25 and over, you all grew up with WWE. It just was always on. Even back in the 80s and the 90s. It wasn't, they were fucking worldwide. And some people around here for some reason had WCW on. But nobody still was watching wrestling at this time, really. But my friend up the street happened to know that Hulk Hogan was a heel, or that Hulk Hogan was a face in the WCW. So I started watching with him a little bit, and then we saw the Hogan heel turn. And anyway, then when the Attitude Era started, or when the takeover started in WCW, all the kids around here started watching it. They were all watching WCW, and I would say, but don't you guys watch WWE? And they'd be like, no, that's stupid. And it was like, what the hell? It was like a flip. All these new wrestling fans were watching WCW. All the regular wrestling fans were still WWE people or local promotion guys, NWA or whatever. But all these kids up here, all these kids, it was getting popular all of a sudden. But it was only WCW that was popular. And then they eventually started watching WWE too. But it was just a weird deal. That everyone's like, WCW. I forget why I even told this story. I started telling the story. I completely just... Oh, yeah, because of the pay-per-view. That's what it was. Has anybody said what it is? I don't want to fuck it up. NWO for life. Who pissed off Vince? I stopped since Nexus, but came back for the Shield. Morgan Wilson. WWF for life. AWA for life, says Iron Sheik. Fuck Hulk Hogan, says Iron Sheik. Sadly, I don't think WWE is worth $10 these days. I don't want more WWE content. I want excellent Raws, SmackDowns, and pay-per-views like they used to be. That's a great point from the hobo. What's up, Kelvin Acosta? Fall Brawl. Jeffrey Jordan, I think you nailed it. I think it's Fall Brawl. Jeffrey, you know what? I think you nailed it, man. I think it is Fall Brawl. I don't think it was... Because I thought it was November to Remember. I think that's ECW, but yeah, you know what? I think you're right with Fall Brawl because I don't think it was Halloween Havoc. It was one of those fucking goddamn seasonal fucking WCW pay-per-views. I'm surprised WCW didn't have like Christmas Mania or something, you know what I mean? Or Christmas Chaos. They might have had that. That sounds familiar. I don't know. Guys, if you're watching right now, do me a big favor if you can. If you haven't already, I really would appreciate it. It would help me out. If you can't donate, click the like button and stick the thumb up my ass. But if you do want to support my scum-sucking asshole, then go ahead and click the Twitch link below and donate live. Leave your comment on the air. Let me know what you think of the show. And, hey, episode 46, the state of the WWE. Who would have thought it would start 2 years ago with Tosevich and me arguing about Bray Wyatt debuting in the WWE? Steven Tesser says, Joe, Cronin Show for life. Fuck Bruce Blitz. Joe, I shoved my thumb up your butt. Thank you, Anthony. P.S. Abel, it is Fall Brawl, he says. I do appreciate that shit. I appreciate the hell out of that. Let's go choke Cena. Oh, man. I'm glad somebody knew the deal. Okay. That poor girl has a horrible sounding cough. Let me see. I was trying to read about Paige in this news that I had, but then it ended up being nothing but garbage. So stupid. These NFL rookies cut these WWE promos, I guess. I don't know why they did these promos, but they were awful. I mean, they were pretty. It was funny, but I don't know. Like, you know, like if I cut a promo or somebody else cut a promo, you know, you'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good, guy on YouTube, whatever. But these guys are athletes, and they're cutting the promos, and they're just awkward. It's like, man, that's what that looks like, I guess. I'm trying to see about Edge's injury. Edge had surgery to repair his right hand recently. Edge posted a pretty rough-looking photo on Twitter of the injury. He said it was due to 20 years of wrestling, and he'd been putting it off. What the fuck was happening to his wrist that involved 20 years of wrestling? I want to know what that was. Is it the same lump I'm getting on my wrist? Check this out. On my left wrist has been killing me a lot recently. And now there's a bump. It developed. It's right there. It's just this round bump. I don't know if you can see. There you go. You can see it kind of there. It's right there. It hurts. It kind of hurts if I like bend up this way. It hurts a lot. I think it's from doing this at the keyboard all day because I work in a corporate place, so I type all day like da 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 da. And I type like this for like 9 hours at work. Then I drive home. Then I come on home and I hug my kids. And then I come over here to the keyboard and I do this again. Type. And that's what we do. You know. I goddamn type all day. Everything is this. So work, 9 hours, drive home. No, work. No, I got it. Wait a minute. Let me start from the beginning. Wake up, whack off, drive to work, type at work, drive home from work, type at home, hold the kids, type at home, whack off before you go to sleep, wake up and do the same thing over. Bam! What? Twice a day. AJ Lee's ass, says Roger Carrillo. 3 girls at a table. So again, as I said, this Wednesday will be the first show with me and JD. Leah's going to read the news for us. Me and JD are going to have some beers and hang out. With you guys, taking your calls, doing all that shit. Be on my channel, then his channel, then my channel. Go back and forth. And then, of course, after that will be on Fridays, every Friday. But this Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there. Or be a bitch. I wonder why I like to say that. Okay. We got, there was something else I wanted to get to. And it's not Stephanie McMahon dancing for pediatric cancer. Okay, so Kevin Owens versus Jericho is going to happen at the... Somebody asked earlier if there are going to be other matches besides the Brock Lesnar one at the MSG special. And I said I thought Chris Jericho was going to be there. Okay, here, you want a list? I have the list for you. This is for all the women that came to see me and for all the men that want to be me. I don't know. It was something like that Sable said. I don't remember.
Holy shit. Somebody donated over $10.
10 votes for ratings.
Whoa. Mr. Jones, holy shit. Mr. Jones, I appreciate that. Mr. _ Jones 101 donated $10. He says 10 votes for ratings. Look, you got the hot chick because you donated over $10. When you donate over $10, the hot chick with the big boobs comes out. Holy shit. Holy shit. Thank you very much, Jonesy. Jonesy, I really appreciate you. You have no idea how much I needed gas money. No, I appreciate that, though. You guys bought me a fucking hard drive. A 3 terabyte hard drive so we could continue the show and I could record all these now. I really appreciate all the help you've done. Don't let other people fucking fool you into bullshit. You help the show just like you help everybody else. And I appreciate it. Look at this. Chris Jericho is going to wrestle Kevin Owens at Madison Square Garden. Oh, that's what they said. Now they're saying this is saying maybe they changed the card. So there'll be a steel cage match for the WWE United States Championship. Seth Rollins versus John Cena. This is like a goddamn pay-per-view. The Dudley Boys versus the New Day. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus The Big Show. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. Appearances by Kane, Mark Henry, Stardust, Team Bella, and more. You know, if you're smart, you get the divas on this. Don't give a shit about Rusev Ziggler. Don't give a shit about Sheamus Orton. And then we get to the good stuff. Lesnar versus The Big Show. Maybe that's the good stuff. I don't know. I mean, no one's really excited about The Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, I don't think. But, you know, what could happen? The what if is the excitement. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Yes, that's going to be awesome. Jericho was amazing. If you did not see the Japan show, the Beast in the East with Brock Lesnar, the Japan show, when Finn Balor won the title from Owens, or defended it, rather, against Owens, you got to go watch that because, or he won it from Owens there. You got to go watch it because Chris Jericho had a fucking awesome match. Jericho was throwing himself all over the place. He looked like he was a kid again. I mean, it was really good. It blew my mind. Seth Rollins versus Cena, we've seen that. Lots of rematch type of things here. But then there's two matches that are different. I mean, these are all really, other than Jericho, Owens, and Lesnar and Big Show, it's really, and that's happened too, but I mean, these are all really rematches. But hey, whatever. I'll take it. 404, first caller tonight. It's a late night. What's up?
What's going on, Joe? Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you pretty good. What's up?
This is Freddie from Twitter. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. At work.
Oh yeah, you work late. You work late nights?
Yeah, I work at Thursday.
Yeah, well, I figured I knew a bunch of people that work late that always say they wish the shows were on. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll go live. Screw it. People are at work. Maybe they'll get a win to this.
Yeah, I caught it last minute. But I got two things. I was listening to you earlier. The Brock Lesnar tour thing. I figured this is how they should do it. They should do the podcast first. Have Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold do like a stare down, and then have him destroy us Undertaker, and then have him destroy all of the legends that lost to do a Stone Cold run-in to set up a WrestleMania match.
I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm telling you, I know that I think people are starting to laugh at me when I start like wishing for this to happen. And I'm going to let you go, man. I really thank you for the call, and I'm glad that you listen. I'm glad that you gave me a call. That was a great call. I know that a lot of people are starting to laugh at me, you know, when I'm like talking about what Stone Cold could wrestle Lesnar at WrestleMania. Like, it's becoming more of a joke now. It's not that I should believe that it's going to happen and that I'm some great psychic for saying it's going to happen or anything like that. Or I'm also not some far-fetched crazy. I just want it to happen so bad. I want it to happen so damn bad that I'm just going to pretend that it can happen because I want Lesnar versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I take Stone Cold Steve Austin against anybody at this point. I don't give a shit who it is. I watched Stone Cold could wrestle Vince McMahon for the last time. I don't care if that happened. I'm into it. I'm down for it. Texas, bitch. Problem is, if Stone Cold wrestled Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, who the hell does The Undertaker wrestle? And who the hell does Sting wrestle if he even can? And who the hell... Oh, I just wanted to do that again. I don't know why. The Rock. Is The Rock going to wrestle Triple H? You know, at WrestleMania. Chris J says Stone Cold versus Cronin. Well, damn it, son. Steven Tester, when's the Lesnar vs. Stone Cold podcast, Joe? When is that? Is that next week? I think it's in 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks. Anthony Wadola, thank you very much. Steven Jones, Stone Cold vs. Cena. Wouldn't you love to see that though? Even though we want to see Lesnar versus Stone Cold, wouldn't you love to see Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestle Cena? Couldn't that be? Even though like nobody wants to see Cena wrestle anybody, but I mean, wouldn't you watch that? Problem is, if Cena wins, I mean, I'd be so pissed. I mean, like, I know that he should win probably, but if Cena wins, oh my god. I mean, I would go into like old school like Stone Cold mode and I would be crazy. I'd be a 31-year-old loser flipping out. The Freddie Frank Mitchell Show. Undertaker ref the mash. Some of that I got. Stunner versus Stunner match. You know what would be great if Cena went for the Stunner? Because you know what Cena does? He jumps off the rope, then turns around. It'd be great if he like jumped off the rope and spun a little further, and then Stone Cold went under him and then stunned him, like gave him his fucking super stunner. How about Athena comes up and does her diving stunner off the top rope, and costs Cena the match, and Stone Cold wins. I don't think Stone Cold would let John Cena do that move to him. I would love to see Austin stun Cena 10 times. Then successfully pin his ass. I think if Stone Cold wrestled Brock, they would probably blade. I'm not even joking. Creep a hostage, what's up? I'm just trying to read the chat and see what's up. Whatever happened to Kelly, Morgan Wilson says. I don't know, but I'm glad. Fuck it. Barbie, she's out making a swimsuit or something. What's her name? Barbie Blank or something? The fuck name is Barbie Blank? Yeah, my name's Danny Clear. Or not even like Barbie. Like no, my name is Diamond Clear. My name is Royal Blue. Like what? Fucking Barbie Blank. Is that a real name? If that's a real name, I feel bad. I'm making fun of it. If it's a stage name on top of this Kelly name character that she had in WWE, what the? Cena vs. Stone Cold Iron Man match, yeah. That you might as well change that into a last man standing match when fucking somebody collapses. I think Cena could do it. I mean, I think Stone Cold would do it. I don't know whether his body wouldn't kill him. Diamond Clear Cronin says Jeff 94. Barbie Cronin. I should name my next kid Barbie, even though it's a boy. I'll name my second son, who's my third child to be born soon. I'll name him Barbie Cronin. Leah, can we name the kid Barbie? Yeah, sure. She said yes. She said yes. I would lose my nuts for Rollins versus Stone Cold. That would be great, Pat. That would be great. Oh, it'd be like Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold, man. That'd be sick. Finn Balor says NXT is getting a WrestleMania weekend show. So as we thought would happen, because SummerSlam did so well, Finn Balor says there's going to be a special NXT WrestleMania weekend show. Yes. I am so pumped. You have no idea how excited. That's friggin' awesome. It's great news.
But this is the very first time I'm actually getting to perform in Texas, so I'm very excited about it.
So talk about NXT as the brand so far. I mean, it's really taken off as not just a secondary group for WWE, but really a top competitor for all the groups around the country.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, a lot of people used to dub NXT as a developmental territory for WWE, but really NXT in the last year especially has shown tremendous growth. And, in my opinion, it's kind of making wrestling cool again, and it's, as you can see here, NXT is not like all the other wrestling shows you see around. This is like rock and roll wrestling, This is fun, this is entertainment, and this is making, NXT is just cool. It's just cool, man. It's hard to sum it up, but, there's so many factors.
Finn Balor looks like he's high as shit in this video. Holy crap, he looks doped up. Probably just got off a plane, though.
going into to what makes NXT so special. But you know, for a lot of the boys at NXT, we feel like, you know, we've captured lightning in a bottle, and you know, the passion, the drive, the camaraderie between all the boys and the divas backstage is unbelievable. And the roster is currently putting out there, and you know,
there's an interview you can hear on WWE's YouTube channel, or look it up. He talks about a lot of stuff in this interview. It's pretty cool. He's a fucking badass. How do you not love Finn Balor? Dude is amazing. Finn Balor looks like Edge? What the fuck? Are you on drugs? Edge looks like a foot. Well, Finn Balor's like... No, Edge doesn't look like Finn Balor. Edge is a alright looking dude. It's just, he's a little funnier. You know, not that I'm looking to hook up with the guy, but if I was a chick, I think I'd go for Finn Balor over Edge.
Someone kicked him in the mouth and like it caved in.
Oh, that's not nice. That's horrible. The fuck is wrong with Leah? Performance Center is development now. Yeah, it's funny how NXT was supposed to be the development. It turned into a show, and now they just have the real development. They have the real development camp in the center, and then once they think they want to move you when you go to NXT, you're fucking in the WWE basically almost. But then you can look at people like Blue Pants who don't really have a contract. So, I don't know. Edge equals Finn Balor.
No.
I wish Hideo Itami was my English teacher, says Trojan Zombies. Ziggler should feud with Neville, says P.S. Abel. Finn Balor looks like John Cena? The fuck? Finn Balor looks like Sheamus. I think everyone's joking. You must be. We are joking, right? We have to be joking. Holy shit! That interview is good though. You gotta look that up on WWE's YouTube page. You know, I'm on WWE's YouTube page. You can still look up Dan Cronin Tough Enough, and my Tough Enough video is actually up on the WWE's official YouTube still. They never took it down. I'm amazed. Maybe that's why they changed my name to Dan Cronin. They saw my YouTube. They're like, he's Dan Cronin. People started talking about like Kane versus Undertaker WrestleMania. I will. If Kane wrestles the Undertaker, I will suicide myself live on YouTube. I shouldn't say that because somebody might call the police. Or whatever the fuck that crazy asshole said. No, seriously though, if Kane faces the Undertaker at WrestleMania, I swear to God, I'll chop my dick off on like YouTube. Like I'll chop my dick off on a live YouTube stream in front of everybody. The bad thing would be I couldn't really jerk off anymore. The plus side is no more kids. Speaking of Tough Enough, PK Mastered with some breaking news in the chat says apparently they signed ZZ. Wow. I wish I was in Natalia's place and take the slap from Paige. Oh yeah, Trojan Zombies is morbid. Darren Young is Cena's son. Darren Young looks like Cena. It is unbelievable. The dude is Black Cena, but somehow manages to act more white than Cena. Oh, Frank Mitchell says the match was DDP versus Goldberg for the world title, 99 Havoc. And God damn, I don't remember, man. Maybe it happened at 2 shows. ZZ was signed last week. I didn't even notice it, dude. I was looking up news to talk about. I had no idea ZZ was signed last week. See, I see ZZ as like a manager or something. You know? Like he comes down like with a guy and that he's a wrestler. I just don't know how it would work though, because ZZ usually does the best when ZZ talks about his alligator shit. But how is he going to talk about his alligator shit with another wrestler? Like you know, this is my client Ricky Jones. And boy, I tell you, alligators. Where that alligator? Like I don't know. I can't do his voice anymore. I did it good the other day. Now I'm doing like Cable Guy or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. So you'd have to teach him to wrestle. But it's like, didn't he look like he could never fucking wrestle? I mean, he'd have to spend another 6 months getting in shape. You'd have to get him up every day and be like, hit those ropes 100 times. All right, now give me 50 push-ups. Now run and jump and all this other shit. Now don't eat bad. Now come back 6 hours later, we'll do it again, then you go to bed. You have to do that for like 6 months. And then maybe. You know what they should do with ZZ? Is because he could go either way. I feel like ZZ is getting cheered in spite of himself, in spite of the WWE on that show. But people genuinely at first liked him. They really did. And then the more it went on, you finally said, all right, we can't possibly be on this guy's side anymore. And that's what apparently happened. Sarah Lee was not good. She was cute, but she's not good. I think that Amanda chick should have won. But Amanda had balls. You know, you look at them both and you think that Amanda's a bitch and Sarah Lee really wants to be a wrestler. But then when they both start doing stuff, you're like, damn, what the fuck? Sarah Lee can't... She's going to hurt somebody, it looks like. Meanwhile, Amanda's doing it. You know, you can't help it. I saw what I saw. And Sarah Lee, I was insulted that she won. I don't know. But here's the thing. I know one thing, speaking of commentators. I know one thing. ROH should sign me. Forget everybody else. ROH, call me up. Bang. Kevin Kelly, we'll see you later, bro. We'll see you later, Kevin Kelly. You ran away when Stone Cold brought a gun to Brian Pillman's house. You coward, Kevin Kelly. You damn coward. Joe Cronin wouldn't run away. No. I would have made sure those cameras stayed filming, and we found out exactly what happened that night at Brian Pillman's home when Stone Cold Steve Austin broke in with a gun. You kidding me? Kevin Kelly couldn't get shots of that story? I'm saying it right now. Kevin Kelly's a pussy. You hear that, Kevin Kelly? You're a pussy. All right? Joe Cronin would have captured that footage. I would have covered the action. I'm a real reporter. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm a commentator. What are you, a scared little girl, Kevin Kelly? Can't commentate right on ROH? Running away from guys with guns? What the fuck kind of man are you? Unbelievable. For years. I wonder what it was like to live with yourself, knowing that you ran away. Absolutely ridiculous. Nobody mattered on Tough Enough outside of Patrick, in my opinion. Really, unfortunately, the poor fucking guy, the one guy who's actually the guy who should have been there, wasn't, and we still aren't really talking about him because it's so ridiculous that Sarah Lee got picked when she sucks. Amanda was so, good-looking and bitchy that, and conniving, but she was good, so that's interesting. And then ZZ was interesting. And then we got the Yeti guy. And then for some reason, Patrick just gets left. Here's the problem. Patrick is like a... so far he's boring. That's what it is. So far. I'm not saying Patrick won't do something eventually. I'm saying that what most of us saw, he seemed boring. I did like when he got a little bit of an attitude. That was cool. I enjoyed that. And I think he will. I think he's capable of more. But you know the Lance Storm. You know when Lance Storm would just be serious and try to be a serious dude. In WCW, he came across as boring and serious, but he was such a good technical wrestler that you enjoyed that part of it. But when he came to WWE, it just didn't translate right, and he seemed goofy, and because he was boring. And then he used that, and I think he started saying something like, let's be serious for a minute, or can we be serious? So then they started using that. So everything you were thinking about, oh, this guy seems too serious, and he's boring. So instead they did this whole thing with him, I think telling people he was serious. I don't remember, but I think that's what he did. Man, she sounds mad. She doesn't feel good. My poor little girl. My little daughter's sick. Oh, that's what she did last time she called for me. Her nose is getting clogged, is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to go see her. All right, guys. Well, I think we had a great episode of State of the WWE. I really appreciate you guys for being here. My daughter is, like, really sick. She's only 1.5. She's a little baby. She's upstairs whining for daddy. So, hey, Vince McMahon, who's your daddy? No, but seriously, guys, it was a great show. I don't know if it was a great show, but I'm going to say it was because that's what you say. But no, it was because I enjoyed you guys. The comments section, everybody was great. I appreciate the guys who donated. Thank you for supporting me tonight. I really appreciate all that. Thanks for watching the videos. Most importantly, liking, commenting, subscribing. Stay subscribed as we move our way towards 20,000 subscribers. Holy shit. And we'll see you. I'll be making some videos throughout the week. I might be going live Friday to prepare you guys for me and JD's insane show that's going to be insane. And we'll have a fun time. Thanks for watching, guys. At Joe Cronin Show on Twitter. Click the like button, and I want to let you know if you want to get WrestleCrate. They're going out. So make sure you get your orders in for WrestleCrate as soon as possible. I expect WrestleCrate to be coming soon, so I can't wait to open my WrestleCrate, damn it. I am the king of kayfabe. I'm Joe Cronin. And I want to thank Isaac Rojas for all the graphics. He's been great. And you guys, WrestleCrate.com. Use coupon code JoeSendMe and get 10% off your WrestleCrate. Also, big shout out to WrestleCrate, who sent my son a special WrestleCrate box on his birthday. I'm still going to be putting that video up soon. That was really cool. Thank you to Ed and everybody over at WrestleCrate. That was really fucking awesome. If you want to support the show monthly, if you don't, if you want to help out and support the show monthly, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, and you become a patron of the show. Thank you very much to everybody who already is. I appreciate it. And, as you guys have seen by all the equipment we've bought over the last, 6 months, it's made a difference, and I really appreciate it. This was State of the WWE episode number 46. We made it all the way to number 46. If you have questions for me, joecroninshow@yahoo.com. I'll be answering the questions in a mailbox. Mania. Good night. He's a bitch.